The Browns are heading to Denver on Friday. Today, Mary Kay, we got to hear from Odell Beckham Jr. We also got to hear from Rashard Higgins. So let's talk about what they had to say. And I guess one of the big takeaways from Odell is he kind of admitted that him and Baker Mayfield just aren't quite on the same page yet.
Yeah, it was the first time he really came out and admitted that, actually. And it's not that they aren't that in practice, because out there in practice, we see him catching the one-handed passes and things like that, and they're both working hard and doing everything they can. But he admitted that in game, it takes time. When you're in the heat of the moment, when defensive backs are covering you a certain way, when you're trying to catch the go route or the back shoulder fade, you have to have some timing. You have to have some chemistry down, and he admitted that just takes time. They've only had 7 games together, and Odell played the first 5 years of his career with Eli Manning, and the ball came in a certain way. He talked today about how Baker Mayfield throws a 900-mile-an-hour fastball, and he really hasn't quite adjusted to that yet in game. I mean, he's used to a certain thing. So it will come, he says, but it will take time.
Now, he also stood up for his quarterback, though, who, of course, stormed off the podium yesterday after about 7 or so minutes of his interview, his weekly press conference. And Odell Beckham, as you would expect, took up for his quarterback, says he understands that sometimes, it can be hard to stand up there. Sometimes you don't like questions you get asked. No surprise, Beckham stood up for Mayfield.
Yeah, and he said that he would jump into the fire with him. He understands what it's like to have the weight of the world on his shoulders. He wants to take some of the heat off of Baker Mayfield. He plans to do everything he possibly can to be the superstar receiver Baker needs him to be.
Now, another receiver in the news is Rashard Higgins. Fans want to know, why isn't Rashard Higgins playing? Where has Rashard Higgins been? Well, those questions can probably go away after this week. It sounds like Rashard Higgins is going to be back on the field taking significant snaps for this football team, and he had a chance to talk today as well.
Yes, it basically comes down to when they're in 3 wides, are you going to use Rashard or are you going to use Antonio Callaway? It seems like Antonio Callaway has made enough mistakes or mental errors that they're ready to try something a little different. Rashard Higgins does have that chemistry that we've talked about, that in-game chemistry with Baker Mayfield. He's back from his knee injury, kind of out of the doghouse a little bit now, and he will probably get some more reps.
All right, so the Browns and Broncos play on Sunday afternoon. We'll have full coverage of it at cleveland.com/Browns, and that's also where you can sign up for Football Insider, get details. Click on that banner at the top of the page.